The Supreme Court of India, in the case of State of Haryana versus Dinesh Kumar 2008, held that arrest implies apprehension of the accused by the police officer or the submission of the accused to the custody by word or action, including when he is in the judicial custody, on surrender before the court, or submission to its direction. In a famous case, the Supreme Court has provided strict guidelines related to the right of arrested persons. D.K. Basu versus State of West Bengal. Direction to ensure that police officers do not arrest accused unnecessarily and magistrates do not authorize detention casually were issued by Supreme Court in the following case: Arnesh Kumar versus State of Bihar. The principle that accused cannot, at the stage of framing charge, invoke Section 91 was laid down in State of Odisha versus Devendra Nath Padai. In which one of the following case it was held that provision of Chapter 8 of CRPC being in public interest and not violative of Article 19 of the Constitution of India. Madhu Lame versus SDM Mongri. In which one of the following case Supreme Court has held that a married daughter with independent sufficient means of her own is liable to maintain her father or mother under Section 125 of CRPC 1973. Vijay Manohar Adabat versus Kasi Rao Rajaram Swamy. In which one of the following case it was held that by the Supreme Court that Section 125 of CRPC was applicable to all irrespective of their religion. Muhammad Amjad Khan versus Sahabano Begum. A mere plea of divorce would not be sufficient to disentitle a Muslim wife from claiming maintenance under Section 125 was laid down in Daniel Latifi versus Union of India. In which one of the following case Section 144 of the CRPC has held been constitutionally valid by the Supreme Court? Madhu Lame versus SDM Mangre. Order under Section 144 is amenable to writ jurisdiction on violation of fundamental right. This was held in the case of Ghulam Abbas versus State of UP 1981. In which of the following cases is related to Section 144 of CRPC? State of Karnataka versus Praveen Tongadia. In which one of the following cases Supreme Court held that FIR was not a substantive evidence and could only be used to corroborate its maker? P. Mangesh versus State of Karnataka 2010. Which one of the following case is a landmark case for first information report? Lalita Kumari versus State of UP. A police officer is bound to register FIR upon receiving any information relating to commission of a cognizable offense under Section 154 of CRPC. It was observed by Supreme Court in the case of Lalita Kumari versus State of UP. In which one of the following case it was held that person has a right to protection under Section 61 subclause 2 of CRPC against question, the answer of which would have tendency to criminal charge. Nandini Satpathy versus P.L. Dani. When the confession of accused person is not recorded in the manner provided in section 164 of CRPC, oral evidence of the magistrate is not admissible to prove that confession was held in the case of State of UP versus Singhara Singh. In which one of the following case is related to defective investigation? Zahira Hibabullah Sheikh versus State of Gujarat. The Honorable Supreme Court of India in one of the following cases held that general principle of criminal jurisdiction is that jurisdiction is to determined by the locality or any other similarities attribute to the offender. Mubarak Ali versus State of Bombay, in which case it was held that time of framing charge or taking cognizance, accused has no right to produce any material. State of Orissa versus Devendranath Padai. The distinction between a police investigation order under section 156 subsection 3 and one directed under section 202 of the code has clearly bowed out of the Supreme Court in Devadapalli Lakshmi Narayan Reddy versus V. Narayan Reddy. In which one of the following cases it was held that identity of the victim is not to disclose, even in judgment of the Supreme Court. Dinesh versus State of Rajasthan. In which one of the following case has laid down that the name of the victim of sexual violence should not be indicated in the judgment. Bhupendra Sharma versus State of HP. In which case did 5-judge constitution bench of the Supreme Court consider the ambiguity and scope of section 319 of CRPC. Hardeep Singh versus State of Punjab. Constitutional bench of the Supreme Court in judgment Hardeep Singh versus Punjab decided on 1/10/2014 settle controversy regarding the law containing in section 319 of the Code of Criminal Procedure 1973. The case of Dina versus Union of India related to hanging as a mode of execution. Which one of the following is a case relating to anticipatory bail? D.K. Ganesh Babu versus P.T. Manokaran. In which one of the following case Supreme Court laid down the principle for granting anticipatory bail? Gurbakh Singh versus State of Punjab. The bail is a rule, jail is exception. This rule laid down by Supreme Court in Moti Ram versus State of Madhya Pradesh. High Court cannot entertain the bail application of POTA accused person without refusal by special court. This was laid down in the Supreme Court in State of Gujarat versus Salim Bhai Abdul Ghaffar Sheikh. Which case is related to the power of court to examine the accused? Bawa versus Maharashtra state only. Dilrab Singh versus state only. In which one of the following case it was held that function of the police and judiciary is to complementary each other? King Emperor versus Nazir Ahmad. In which case did Supreme Court hold that The right of the victim to file an appeal, the provision of section 372 of the CRPC is available against order of acquittal rendering after 31/12/2009, and that is for exercising such right no leave of appeal is required to be sought. Malaika Arjun Khodagali versus State of Karnataka. In Youth Bar Association versus Union of India, Supreme Court directed to uphold copy of FIR within upload the copy of FIR within 24 hours on the police website. Match Lalita Kumari versus Government of Uttar Pradesh. Registration of FIR. DK Basu versus State of West Bengal. Right of arrested person. Arnesh Kumar versus State of Bihar. Arrest. Rupesh Deval Bajaj versus KPS Gill. Outrage the modesty of the women.